Hey, I'm Liv and welcome back to my channel Endless Pages and welcome to yet another reading vlog. It is Wednesday the 13th of April, almost 5 p.m. One day I will start one of these vlogs on a Monday, but this week's not going to be that week. So what have I been up to? Monday, Tuesday, I was listening to an audiobook. For some context, this month on my TBR is Thunderhead, the second book in this Scythe trilogy. And it's been a couple of years since I've read Scythe. There was a few details I was a little bit hazy on, so I wanted to reread it in some kind of format so I was able to fully understand and appreciate what was going on in this book. So I thought audiobook would be the simplest way to do that, and I'm glad I did it that way because it was quick and easy. And now I'm completely up to date with what happened in that book, and it was definitely the right thing to do. So yeah, the book Scythe is just as good as I remember. It's still a 5-star read. Basically, if you don't know, Scythe is set in the future in the US where humanity has conquered death. There's no disease, there's no illnesses, that's the same thing. Yeah, there's no poverty, nothing. So the way that they kind of keep the population in control, since there's no natural death, is these people called Scythes, and it's their duty to cull the population. So they choose someone to what they call to be gleamed. And yeah, that's the way that they kind of keep the population in control, and you just follow two people that are in training to become Scythes. So really loved it. Loved both characters, but I especially loved Rowan in that book. He's definitely my favourite character. So I was on reading sprints this morning, which was so fun. The lovely Amy from BookTube with Amy allowed me to come on and co-host, which was so fun. So Amy, if you're watching, thank you so much again. I had a great time. I had to jump on a bit later because of time zone differences. It was early in the morning for me, but I still got a lot of reading done. So I officially started Thunderhead this morning. I read 100 pages on the sprints, which I was really happy with. Like, I mean, there's not that much text on a page, but I was like flying through it at a good speed, which obviously means that I'm enjoying it so far. And I've read only 25 pages since the sprints this morning, so I'm on page 125, which is pretty good for me. I've been on a reading roll at the moment. If you watch my last vlog, which if I'll remember to, I'll pop up there. I got a lot of reading done in the previous 2 weeks, so touch wood, I'm on a roll with reading. So far I'm enjoying this. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they take this book and take some of the characters. We've also just been introduced to a new character who we're hearing from their perspective a little bit as well, which is good and bad because it takes away from perspectives of characters that I've grown to know and love from the first book. I won't tell you which ones because that is a massive spoiler, but that is okay. We will see what this character's like. I'm very intrigued with what they're going to be doing with this character, so maybe I will like them. I'm not sure. We will see. So that's my update. I have 2 more books left on my TBR. I don't think I'll get through both of them this week, maybe next week. Anyway, I think I do 2-week vlogs now, so I might get them all done in this vlog. So the reason I mentioned the other books is because one of them on my TBR is Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout, the 3rd book in the Blood and Ash series, which is just an adult fantasy smutty fun series. This is on my TBR and she's thick. She's like 500 pages. No, 620 pages. So I think I need to get started on this soon if I'm to get it done by the end of the month. And I don't know if I'm just using that as an excuse because I really want to read this book anyway. So I'm thinking I might read this at the same time as I'm reading Scythe. I used to be one of those people that was like, no, 1 book at a time. But I don't know, recently I'm finding that I can kind of manage jumping back and forth, and it kind of encourages me when I'm feeling slumpy to keep going. If I'm not feeling a book, I can just jump to another one. So since my goal is to read 100 pages a day of the book I'm reading, and I've read 125 of this already. So maybe I can give myself a treat for reaching my daily goal for that one and read a couple of chapters of this book. I'm just in the mood for some adult fun. This was going to be my first read of the month, but it didn't end up being that, and now it's going to be one of my last. So I think I deserve to read a little bit of this book today since I've read some of Thunderhead. I'm gonna have to go watch, I know people are uploading like summary videos because these books are thick and so much happens. It's very, very fantasy, so I might watch some summary videos before I jump into this, but I feel like I deserve a treat and this book is pure fun, so maybe I'll read a little bit of it this afternoon. Yeah, that's my long-winded introduction. So these are probably going to be my 2 focus books for this week. Other than that, I don't really have any updates. Still in isolation, hopefully getting out tomorrow, which shall be great. Oh, and the Stranger Things trailer came out today. Oh my god, chef's kiss. I'm like beyond excited, but at the same time it's like bittersweet. It's going to be this is the last like trailer I'll watch of it, which is sad, but it looks like it's going to be a super, super fun and crazy, action-packed final season, and I'm already scared for some of the characters. There's already theories coming out about some of the characters, and I'm super worried for them already, and the show hasn't even dropped yet. I'm so excited. The trailer was amazing. I've watched it like 13 times already. I've also recently purchased Stardew Valley, and I've just started up my new farm. So that's my current fixation and addiction. Watch me in like next week's vlog, be like, nah, I hate that game, I played too much of it and I'm over it. So yeah, I'm addicted. It's super cute. I'm finding it a little hard. There's like so much like you need to know about it and like what plants grow when, and it's like, it's hard. So I've been watching so many playthroughs and that's making it a little bit easier, and I'm going to look at the wiki page as well, which I haven't done yet. So that's what I plan on spending my night doing, is playing Stardew Valley. So if I don't have any reading updates in the next day or so, blame Stardew Valley. Thursday the 14th, about 6 p.m, and I was free today. It was my first day out of isolation. Yay. How I avoided getting COVID is who knows, but I'm very happy that we're all well again and that I was able to leave the house. It was great. I was going a little nuts, but yeah, so I'm happy. So today I went to the city and I did some book shopping, and look my little Levi card. My Kinokunier membership expired, so I got a new card, and it's got a little, can you see that? It's got a little Levi on it. She was like, do you want a normal one or do you want Attack on Titan? And I was like, give me the goddamn Levi card. No, I didn't say that to her, but that's what I was thinking. So yeah, I went book shopping. I went a little crazy. I got 6 books. Well, 7 because one was a gift, but I got 6 books. I won't show you what they are because I just filmed a quick little book haul, so I'm going to try and edit that tonight, potentially upload it tomorrow or the next day. So by the time this video is out, you will have seen what books I got, but a bloody good haul if I don't say so myself. I'm very happy. And Dimmicks had 3 books for the price of 2 in their top 100, which is like, Dimmicks never do deals like that, like ever. So yeah, that was exciting. So it was lovely to get out. I went to an Italian place for lunch, as you probably saw in the B-roll footage, and had yummy pasta. And then I just went shopping for my dad's birthday, which is tomorrow. Got him some gifts because it's a special birthday tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I did with my day. It was so good to get outside. I still managed to get a lot of reading done because public transport, I don't drive. I know. That's a conversation for another day. So I was able to get heaps of reading done. So I've read over 100 pages going back and forth to the city. So now I'm on page 232, which is great. I really don't have like much to say about this, like not in a bad way. Like I'm enjoying it, but I just don't have any like huge thoughts about it. I'm intrigued so far. I'd say the pace is a little slower, but the pace of Scythe is a little bit slow as well. And I know it's probably building to something and a few minor things have started to happen. Still don't really have heaps of thoughts of the new character other than I kind of feel sorry for him. And I'm really... it's really interesting. So in the first Scythe book, this is not really spoilers, but Scythes are meant to keep journals every day. And in the first book you get little, let me see if I can show you, little snippets of their journals. But this time you're getting little snippets of the thing called the Thunderhead's thoughts. And the Thunderhead is kind of like an AI that kind of runs a society. So you get little snippets of his thoughts, which is a nice, interesting change. And it's really interesting insight into how it came to be and its thoughts in a way. So I'm enjoying that aspect of it. Other than that, I don't really have any significant thoughts about it. It's good. I'm still really enjoying the writing. I just hope the pacing picks up a little bit. And yeah, I know it's building to something big, but I need it to pick up just like a little bit because I want this to be more, I guess. Yeah, I want more things to happen in this book than happened in Scythe. Because it's obviously the sequel, so we've already set up the story and the characters, so there's a chance that they can start doing heaps of stuff with them. So yeah, I hope they kind of speed it up just a little bit. So yes, that's all I really have to say. I hopefully we'll get a little bit more reading done tonight, because usually on Thursdays Paige from Pages with Paige and Crystal from Bond Book Reviews do alternating Thursday night sprints, or is it Wednesday night? No, it's Thursday. So usually they do it at 7 or 7:30, so I'll go figure out. I'm not sure who it is this week, I lost track. I'll go see who's sprinting this week and hopefully watch their sprints tonight. I will either continue reading Thunderhead or I will do some editing. I see how I feel. So I know in my last update I said as well I was going to start Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer R. Armentrout. I didn't end up doing that. I just got distracted on my phone and watching stuff because the 3rd episode of Moon Knight came out last night, which was so good, by the way. I really enjoyed that episode. I won't say anything in case someone watching this hasn't started, but wow, what a good episode. That was fun. I can't believe we've only got 3 episodes to go after this. I'm very sad about that, but thoroughly enjoying the action scenes. This is a fantastic Marvel show. So yeah, because of that I didn't get to read Flesh and Fire. Maybe I'll start on the sprints tonight actually. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. You'll know in the next update whether I started it again. Deja vu, I said that in the last update. Yeah, okay. That was my update. Bye. Hey, it's Sunday the 17th. It's about 8 p.m. I don't really have any interesting life updates to tell you about. It's the Easter long weekend. So I worked yesterday. I went on Friday, on Good Friday, went on Mel from a book themed named Mel's channel for sprints. There was like 8 of us. It was a real fun time. But that's the only interesting thing. I worked yesterday and I'm working tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to working tomorrow because of that good public holiday pay. Hell yeah. Even though I'm only working like 4 hours. But yeah, 4 hours of holiday pay is holiday pay. So yeah. Let's just jump straight into the books then. I got some thoughts. So I finally finished yesterday Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. This was disappointing. I started off this vlog by saying I was enjoying it and I did a complete 360. I was let down by this book. I was really, really let down by this book. Scythe was a 5-star read for me. I thought it was fantastic. I loved the moral discussions. I like sci-fi and like fantasy books that incorporate like moral discussions and morality. So that's why I think I really liked this book, and I really liked in the first book Scythe, Citra and Rowan's character. And in this book I think I didn't enjoy reading from Citra's perspective because I mean she's her character is like a voice of reason and morality, and she is a good person and she's caring and empathetic, which made her a great character, but her storyline in this book was so boring. Like, yes, something happens to her, like one thing, and that's like the whole kind of her whole plot of this book, but it was boring. Like, her character's perspective was so boring to read from in this book. Not Scythe, but in Thunderhead, she was really boring to read from. And there was a twist about like halfway through this book, which I think was so unnecessary. Like, I just don't think it needed to happen. I think that plot point should have stayed how it ended in the end of Scythe without saying, I'm trying to not spoil it. I felt like it was really weird, and it didn't really suit the tone of the book, and it was so like out of nowhere, and it was just really glossed over, like I guess the science and the how the hell that worked. It was really glossed over, and you're like, yep, just accept that character's like that. You're like, oh, okay, well, cool. I really feel like that plot point didn't need to happen, and the book could have continued on with that same theme without that character being there. I know that's very, very bad description, but major spoilers. So yeah, I was really let down by this book. I feel like it fell flat. The plot was super boring, and nothing happened until the last like 20 odd pages, and even then I was like, I get what they were trying to do and set up for the third and final book, but I really didn't enjoy it. And the other new character that we get introduced to, whose name, I finished this yesterday, I can't even remember his name. Yeah, I have no thoughts about the character, which is probably not a good thing. Grayson. Like, I have nothing to say about the character. It was, again, another weird character. I guess he was in there so you could start to see the different sides of this society, but I feel like he didn't add anything to the plot. And it was weird, and it was boring, and yeah, I think I was just bored, and I really could tell that I wasn't enjoying this book because I was just so reluctant to pick it up. I was procrastinating, and last night I was like, let's make my May TBR instead of finishing the last. I had like 50 pages to go, and I was like didn't want to pick it up. So I have no idea what to rate this book. I'm thinking maybe 3 or 3.5. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. I have no idea what I'm going to rate this. All I know is that I was really let down, like, especially my ratings. Like, I don't know how to rate it, because if I compare it to Scythe, like, it's a 1-star compared to Scythe's 5 stars, but this book is not a 1-star book. I think I'll give it a 3-star, which is super disappointing. Maybe I had too high of hopes. Scythe is fantastic. This is not so fantastic. So now I'm like, do I even bother purchasing the third book, or do I just borrow it or read it electronically? Because I just don't know how they can make this book good again, this series and plotline good again, I mean, after the damage they did to it in this book. So if anyone's read this series, tell me if The Toll is any better than the Thunderhead, or did you enjoy the Thunderhead if you read it? Yeah, I was let down by this book. Characters went through nothing. It was boring. It was weird plot points, weird new characters. Yeah, didn't like it. Did not like it. So that was really disappointing, because I'd been doing like so well with enjoying all my books recently. So that was disappointing. That was a big letdown. So earlier in this vlog and in my TBR video, if any of you watching this saw that, I said I need to read Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So I picked that up today, and I was like, this is sounding familiar, because I'm a dumbass and I've already read that book. I'm not up to Flesh and Fire. That's the second book. I've already read it. I've rated it. I'm actually up to Crown of Gilded Bones, which is the third book in the Blood and Ash series. So I bloody said it in my TBR video. I'm such a dumbass. Yeah. I knew I was up to the third book. I just forgot that wasn't the third book. Yeah, I'm dumb. Anyway, I'm actually up to Crown of Gilded Bones. So I finally started this today. I need to get a move on, because this is like 620-ish 630 pages, and these are both like 400 pages, and this is the last of my TBR for this month, and I'm a slow reader, so I need to get a move on. So today I've read 50 pages so far of this. I'm probably going to read to 100 pages, or see how far I can get tonight. I can definitely read another 50 pages tonight. What's the time again? 8 o'clock. Yeah, plenty of time. I don't want to go to bed too late because I'm working. Like to stay awake for my shift. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really read enough to say much. Interesting so far. We are starting to, we are picking up right where we left off at the end of Flesh and Fire with that massive cliffhanger that happened at the end of Flesh and Fire. So, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this book. I love Poppy and Cass. I think they're adorable, and I'm ready for some fun. This is a guilty pleasure read of mine. Is it a good book series? Is it fun? Hell yes, it's fun. It's smutty fantasy. You couldn't ask for anything else. Okay, yeah, that's my update. Finished Thunderhead, did not like it, and started Crown of Gilded Bones. So I'm going to be continuing this reading vlog into next week because I just feel like 1 week is just not enough for me in terms of what I read, and I feel like 2 weeks is better, more interesting to watch because I'm able to talk about more books. In saying that though, this is going to take me a while to get through, so I might almost pick up maybe other books as I read this. I'm not usually one to do that, but I'm starting to get okay with doing that. I don't think I'd read it with this because I feel like I'd want to read that by itself, but maybe at the same time read Touch of Power. This is by Maria V. Schneider. So hello, it is Thursday the 21st, about, what's the time? 10:15. Yes, I'm still in my pajamas. No judgment, please. So, I got my hot chocolate and I'm here for an update. So, I can't remember the last time I actually filmed an update. So, I feel like that's what I say in every update. Anyway. So, what have I done since I've last seen you? I went to the Easter show on Wednesday. If you're not Australian, the Easter show is a show they put on during Easter every year, and it's run by like the national like agricultural kind of industry. It's just a big showcase of all animals and all that kind of stuff, and there's rides. It's like a fair. I'd say I'd compare it to like a fair. So I can't even tell you the last time I went. I was probably a teenager the last time I went, and I wanted to go because I kept seeing everyone was doing TikTok vlogs like what I ate at the Easter show, and like the food is like another one of the reasons you go to the Easter show. It's just like absolute crap food, like crap health wise, but it all tastes amazing. So I went. It was really fun, especially because I hadn't been in so long, and the food was bomb. Like I ate so much. I got some show bags because I'm a child, and I had a lot of fun. So it was a really good day. I was there from like 12 to like 6 p.m. so it was exhausting. We did like 16,000 steps, but I'm sure I put in some b-roll footage so you would have seen that. It was really fun. I had a great time. And then yesterday what did I do? I went to the Lifeline book fair. Lifeline is it's like a mental health organisation. They're like a helpline, so you can call up if you're feeling suicidal or you just need help. So they do a couple of book fairs a year in different locations around the area, and all the money goes towards, you know, keeping their organisation running. And this is the second fair that I've ever been to. It was fantastic. I filmed a whole video yesterday of everything I got because I was so excited. So you guys will see that soon, or maybe it'll already be out by the time this vlog's out. I don't know. I used to have like a schedule, but that's all gone to crap. But yeah, I'm so happy with what I got. Like, it was a fantastic haul, so I'm excited for you guys to see what I got there. And then I spent the afternoon, just went for a coffee with a friend, which was fun. So yeah, I've had a nice couple of days, and today is just going to be a chill day. I'm hoping to film my, what month would it be? May TBR. So I kind of had a rough TBR set out, and then I have to kind of scrap it. One, because I Rye and Genre Garden announced a Red Queens read along, and I have read all of the Red Queen series, and I know it's like a very hit or miss series for a lot of people, but I loved the series. So I've been looking for an excuse to reread it, so I have to add that in somehow. And also I was just going to do the Royal Readathon and then something else, but I didn't know what I wanted my second readathon to be. I kind of had a rough idea of one I was going to do, but I scrapped that because the Desertathon, the new round of the Desertathon got announced, and I've never participated in that, and I watched the announcement video and oh my god, there's a board, so I'm in because it looks fun and I want to do that one. So that's going to completely mess with my TBR. I have like, oh god, like 4 or 5 books from my Royal Readathon TBR that are going to stay. And then obviously this doing the board for the Desertathon is 100% going to mess with that and going to probably add on so many more books. But because I've had such a successful reading month this month, I feel like I can do a crazy TBR next month. Plus next week actually, I'm back in person at TAFE. So I will be travelling to the back forth to the city, which is plenty of time. I always get a lot of reading done on buses when I just like have nothing else to distract me, I guess. Buses and trains, so I'll be able to really focus and get a lot of reading done on the bus. So I feel like I can do a crazy TBR. I'm really excited to do the dice rolling. I don't know if I can be bothered to film the actual talking bits, or if today I'll just film like the footage of me rolling the dice and doing the board. So we will see. That's my rant. Now onto reading update. So because I've had such like a good nice couple of social days, I haven't done much reading, but I'm not mad because I was social, I got out of the house, I did stuff, so I'm happy. So I am still reading The Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Armentrout. So I'm loving it. Like, I don't know, I can't say much. Again, it's the 3rd book in the series, so massive spoilers. I'm really intrigued by the actual plot. I know you think this is all smart, but there's an actual plot behind this that's going on, and I'm really curious to kind of see what's going on in the background. There's lots of questions that all our characters have, and they're just trying to figure out as they go. So it's really interesting figuring out what's going on and what's going on with a certain character and this certain character's lineage. So is that the right word? Heritage. Whatever. I'm still waking up at 10 o'clock. So that's really interesting what like bloodline this particular character is belonging to. Also, yeah, it's just really fun, smart. These characters are Poppy and Cass okay. They're like the horniest people I've ever read from. Like, they're just like constant state of horniness. It's so entertaining though, but my god, are they okay? They need help. But it's fine. Like, I ain't complaining, but my god. They also don't know how to like, you know, not do it constantly in front of other people and constantly just be like clearly show their horniness in front of other people. But yeah, it's very entertaining. I'm loving it. I'm just a little worried about where I'm up to because of it's the 21st of April, and as I keep saying, I still need to read Touch of Power and The Bear and the Nightingale. So I need to have this book done this week if I have any chance of getting the other 2 books done by next Saturday. So I really need to hurry the hell up. I'm on page 250 and this is like a 650 page book, but I feel like it's not hard to read quickly. So I feel like it is doable by the end of this week. I'm working on the weekend, so that's obviously going to slow my progress down a lot. But again, today I've got the day to myself, so I'm hoping to get up to page, maybe even my goal, my achievable goal is like page 400, which is reading like this much today. And then my push goal is 450, which would be reading like that much today. So we will see. I definitely think it's doable to finish by Sunday, like on Sunday at the latest. So yeah, that's my update. I am going to go actually get dressed. I'm going to go try and figure out how I'm going to film my rolls for Desertathon and continue on with my reading. Hey, it's Sunday night and I just finished my book. But before I talk about this, I wanted to talk about what happened on Friday, that Heartstopper finally came out on Netflix, and I binged it all in one go. It came out at like 5 p.m. here in Australia, which was great because I know it came out in some not so good times in other countries. So I watched it all in one go, every single episode. I had the biggest grin on my face the whole time. It was absolutely beautiful, so well done, such a tribute to the fans and the readers, but it had so many new elements and some new characters that kept it interesting and fresh and just added more and more layers to a already beautiful story. I got teary, I couldn't stop smiling. It was absolutely beautiful. One of the best TV adaptations of a book that I have ever seen. I especially loved Kit Connor as Nick. I think he was my favourite standout. I mean, but all of the casting was so amazing. The whole cast was so talented and it just made me feel so like warm inside and beautiful, and the colours were gorgeous. The script was amazing. The line straight out of the comics made me smile even more. It was sensational. It was absolutely amazing. And then after I finished I was like, no, why did I watch it all in one go? Like, that's so sad, it's over now. But I knew that as soon as it came out there would be spoilers everywhere, so I wanted to watch it all in one go and experience it all for myself. So if you haven't watched it yet, or even if you haven't read the comics, go watch it anyway. It's beautiful. It's so good. Absolutely loved it. Great mental health rep. Great LGBTQIA rep. 10 out of 10 show. Super cute. Super wholesome. I loved it. Yeah, that was so fun. I can't believe it's out after all this time waiting. But at least now I get to wait for the movie edition to come out, so that's something to look forward to. The TV cover, I mean, to come out, and that's not something I would normally say. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. So one thing I wanted to say about this book was there was quite a bit of repetition. So let me get some context. Obviously I love the couple in this book. How do I say this without spoiling it? Especially, yeah, I loved their honesty with each other, and I think it's a good representation of a healthy, equal relationship in a fantasy book. And I love how they view each other as equals, and I do like their honesty and their healthy conversations that they do have as a couple about their mental health, about, you know, yeah, their healing and stuff like that. I think that's great, and I love to read about that, but it just got a little bit repetitive in terms of every time the male partner, I'm trying to, you know, not spoil, the male partner would do something or would be able to, I don't know, just instinctively know what would make the female like comfortable. She would have the same thought, being like, wow, like he knows me so well, and she kept saying that over and over and over in slightly different variations of the sentence, being like, I was shocked, and like I was shocked at how he knew that, and then the like 10 pages later it'd be like, wow, he really takes me by surprise how well he knows me. And I don't think you can keep saying that over and over, because he clearly knows her well. He clearly knows what makes her comfortable and what doesn't. So that got a really repetitive, but other than that, yeah, I think they're a great representation of each other. I think they're really cute because they know each other so well, and they know how to make each other comfortable, and the male character knows when to not speak for her, and he really, like, yeah, he really respects her as an equal and as a woman, and understands that her past where she hasn't had a voice, he knows what it means to her to be able to defend herself and have a voice. So for a fantasy like smutty book, I think the representation of an equal and healthy relationship is great. And then the ending happened. Holy crap, what a great last 60 pages. Like, it went from being mainly about their relationship. Obviously there's a massive overarching plot that's becoming more important, especially in this book, but there was just like the biggest fantasy ending, and like these like fantasy creatures came in. It was like all of this crazy cool ending. I loved the ending of this book. It was such a cool ending, and now I'm like, I need to pick up the sequel ASAP because that ending was sensational. I love where this is going. I love the ending for our characters. I think it sets up the third book so well, and now I'm so intrigued because I was like, is this going to get a little bit repetitious with the plot? But no, we've got a massive spin, and now I'm like, and not that I lost like interest, but that ending was like so good. Yeah, that's all I can really say without spoiling, but what a really, really fantasy ending. Like, wow. Such a good ending. I'm very, very intrigued now, and yeah, I rated this 4 stars. I thought it was really good. The only irk I had was, that's not a word, the only thing that annoyed me was a little bit of repetition with Poppy's thoughts, but other than that, really good, nice and smutty. These people need some help. They're so horny. My god, are they okay? I know that there's a prequel series that's like started called A Shadow in the Ember. I got told to read The Shadow in the Ember before I read the 4th book, which is I think War of Two Queens. Should I read, guys, in the comments if you read this series, should I read Shadow in the Ember first? Or should I just jump straight to War of Two Queens? Please let me know your thoughts on what I should read next, because it'll be a while before I read them. I'm not going to read it next month, so I've got time. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. I'm sorry there was only 2 books in it. It's probably like 40 minutes and there's only 2 books, but this was a chunker and Thunderhead was a struggle to get through. Let me know in the comments what have you been reading recently. As always, all my social media links are in the description below. Subscribe and you can see when I post a new video. Like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in whatever I post next. Bye!